My name is Dorea Jude. I'm a first-year Slytherin, and this is my Herbology review project. First, I'll start off explaining the basic equipment that's required for the art of Herbology. Dragon hide gloves, earmuffs, closed-toed shoes, a mask, and a supply of dittany are all important protective equipment. Additionally, dragon dung and mooncalf dung, centaur tears, and an apron are everyday essentials for working in the Herbology greenhouse. Once you have all the proper equipment, you will need to learn how to properly take care of every individual unique plant. Understanding how planting, repotting, food, sunlight, watering, habitats, and lifespans of plants will be the main areas of study for properly taking care of your plant. Some things to consider when planting are what types of soil, the depth of the seed, the amount of water and sunlight that the plant requires. Another thing to keep in mind are the changes the plant goes through after repotting them. Their diet will probably change. Soil is the foundation for every plant, and every plant has a preference to their soil pH level. Dragon dung has more acidic qualities and is scentless. Mooncalf dung is preferred for more sensitive plants. If your soil is too acidic, you can counteract the acid by adding finely ground limestone. And the highly alkaline soil can become more acidic through the addition of ground sulfur. You can test the pH level of a plant like so. Acidius revealus. Also, to give plants more nutrients, centaur tears are rich in vitamins. Some plants can find the vitamins toxic, so be sure to understand the plant's needs. Every plant is individually different and has its own unique attributes that aid potions. Plants can sometimes be added for a pleasant scent or to add freshness. In medical potions, ingredients are chosen based on toxicity and other properties. Some common plants used as ingredients are mistletoe, leaping toadstool, rose thorns and oil, knotgrass, poppy heads, valerian springs, peppermint, trifle figs, and aconite. Ingredients used in notable potions are acephale in the Drought of the Living Death, fluxweed in the Polyjuice potion, mistletoe berries and valerian springs in the Forgetfulness potion, love age in befuddlement draughts, motherwort treats dog bites, nettle in the boil cure potion, peppermint counteracts the elixir to induce euphoria, silverweed treats abdominal cramping, and snakeweed calms stomach ailments. Now that we have discussed the basics, I will introduce 4 plants more in depth. The first is gillyweed. This is a water-based plant native to the Mediterranean Sea and doesn't require much sunlight. It prefers a moderately alkaline environment. Next, we will be covering the valerian root, which is native to Europe and parts of Asia. This plant possesses sedative and calming qualities, so it is often used in sleeping potions and calming drugs. The pH level should have a very strong acid level and place where it can get at least 7 hours of sunlight. Knotgrass is symbolic for tying 2 people together, thus it is often used in polyjuice potions. However, it can also be used to make mead and love potions. This plant grows in neutral to slightly acidic soil, needs plenty of water and sunlight, and is native to European forests. In the summer, it will produce white, pink, and green flowers. Lastly, there's dittany. This plant of many properties can only be found growing naturally on the mountainsides of Crete in Greece. However, it can also be grown in greenhouses that stimulate Crete's weather. The temperature should be kept at 13 degrees Celsius, grown in neutral soil, and only watered when the soil is dry. Dittany is most commonly used to cure ailments, but it can also possess romantic qualities, prevent permanent scarring, and even act as a wand core. We will now be entering the mandrake section of the greenhouse. The mandrake's cry is fatal to all who hear it and can knock a person into a coma. Thus, the extra safety precaution would be when repotting would be to wear earmuffs. Common in European countries, the mandrake is shaped like a parsnip with wrinkled roots resembling arms and legs. Leaves above the ground are similar to muggled tobacco leaves. They are also used in sleeping potions, love potions, and used to revive a petrified person. Next is is the devil's snare. However, since this plant requires a contained, sun-filled environment in order to control its growth, I won't be able to show you. But I can tell you that the plant is known for its assassin-like qualities, and the more you resist its strangulation, the quicker it kills you. Budo tuber resembles a black slug, and when squeezed it releases a gas-scented yellow pus. When diluted, the pus can treat acne, but when undiluted, it can cause painful boils. To dilute the Budo tuber pus, either mix it with Dittany liquid or gilly water. It requires very little sunlight. It can stand cold weather due to its origin in Scotland. This plant favors the dark, nutrient soil, so dragon dung is recommended. Rat root is similar to a reed-like perennial and is strongly scented, bitter-tasting leaves. This is a plant that has many different capabilities, mostly healing. In the 17th century, the herbologist Culpeper suggested that it could strengthen the mind and stomach, which led to its use in digestive potions. Rat root, similar to gillyweed, is a water-based plant, but it prefers moist soil, a lot of sunlight, and grows best in shallow water, and needs to be watered every 2 to 3 days. Bouncing bulbs, also known as Roselia bulbus, are able to jump around, much like its name suggests. Purple in color, they require at least a bathtub's worth of soil and plenty of sunlight. Centaur tears are recommended for watering, but keep in mind that they can grow to be about the size of a doorway. To defend yourself against the smaller bulbs that will jump around, a simple flipendo will do. Next is gertie root. It resembles a green onion and has a rather foul scent. Despite that, bugs are very attracted to this plant, so it is recommended to cast a basic shielding charm. Non-Peribatus. One of the most well-known poisonous plants is aconite, also known as monkshood and wolfsbane. Every part of this plant is poisonous, so be sure to always wear your dragon hide gloves when handling this plant. Also be sure to keep the roots from trailing on the ground, leaving poisonous residue behind. It can also be used as a powerful sedative that can slow one's heart rate, but it can also treat painful prickling of the skin. If aconite gets into an open wound, one should immediately apply atropine and then head to St. Mungo's. Large doses of aconite can cause instant death and can induce death in small doses within the first 2 to 6 hours. Wormwood, one of the main ingredients in the Drought of the Living Dead, prefers salty water and resembles a gray fan. Of course, this greenhouse houses many non-magical plants. Some of the ones I like most are the lavender herb, the lily flower that we discussed in class, and roses are also quite beautiful. Lilies come in several colors such as orange, pink, purple, white, and yellow. They prefer nutrient soil, partial to full sunlight, and require just regular water. Lily plants, when dried, are a high source of fiber and have many other benefits. Muggles used lily oils in aromatherapy, a type of healing using scents to induce happiness. Roses grow in bushes and require soil with a pH range of 5.5 to 7.0. Roses come in all different colors and, in addition to their beauty, hold over 40 different beneficial properties, such as their use in love potions and in treating burns. Now that we have come to the end of our greenhouse tour, I'd like to address a few last general points about herbology. There are many different negative views associated with herbology, such as its insignificance compared to other fields of study. Along with the growing issue of alien plant species and invasive plants, herbology, like all fields of study, teaches us about the world. It is essential for evolution and growth. This week, Professor Tudor asked us 2 questions. Where do you fit in the bigger story of the world, and what are you going to do with your life? Honestly, I'm not sure, but I like to think that I'm here to learn about the world and live life. Just like plants, everyone is unique and contributes something to make the earth grow, including me.